All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. The Bitcoin miners were all over the place today, so I want to go through that in detail. Also, I want to show you what's going on with Bitcoin and where I think we may be heading. So we cover Bitcoin and the miners all the time on this channel. So if that's content that you're interested in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could smash the like button, I appreciate it. It helps us get this out to more people. And I want to thank everybody for all of the likes and comments. They've really helped the channel lately. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can hit the join button and you can become a member of the channel. With that, you get some additional members-only content. And we do, once a week, every Tuesday, we do a members-only live stream. So we'd love to have you join us there too. Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. First thing I want to go through is how the equity markets did today, because I think this had a major factor on the Bitcoin miners, more so than what Bitcoin did, but obviously we're going to look at both. So quickly, the S&P 500 was down 1%. The Dow was down 1.1%, the NASDAQ was down 0.6%, and the Russell 2000 was down 1.4%. So that was red straight across the board. Everything is down. Crude oil is now at $76. So that is off of its summer highs from $130. So the euro is now worth less than the dollar. The dollar's catching up to the British pound. I mean, these are a lot of very strange numbers right now. So inside of all of that, this was definitely a red day in the market. And I think that mostly dictated what happened to the Bitcoin miners. But I want to go to the Bitcoin miner big board because there was some unusual activity. Okay, so you'll see the board was a mixed bag today. There was a bunch of green, but a lot more red. And most of the stuff that was green was not very green. Some of the things that were red took a big hit today. I want to start out with the winner on the day, which happened to be today. That was Riot. So Riot was up 5.85%. Riot was up from wire to wire today, from open to close. There was no news specific to Riot today, so I don't know why that one outperformed so dramatically. But later, we are going to look at a chart that I've done that I think gives some insight as to what's going on there. So Marathon was in the green as well, up 1.48%. Gree was up 2.58%. Everything else was 1% or less, and then red. So Bitfarms turned red on the day, and it was green. There was a point this morning at maybe 10 o'clock this morning where this entire board was green. So Bitcoin really held its own. When we get to the charts, you're going to see Bitcoin is actually up from where it was when we closed on Friday. So technically, theoretically, the equities should have been up. However, I think because the equity markets were down, most of these Bitcoin miners followed along more with the equity markets than with the Bitcoin price action. Some of the big movers to the downside, Stronghold was down 7%, Iris Energy was down 4.6%, and Mawson, stock ticker MIGI, they were down 18% today. So this stock has been completely taken out. So mostly a red day on the big board. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, so as always, there's an orange line where we closed on Friday. So when the equity markets in the US closed on Friday, Bitcoin was trading at around 18,800. Okay, so that's where the market closed today. So Bitcoin was at about 19,200. So Bitcoin was up 2% from the close on Friday to the close today. So you can see, although Bitcoin was up, because the market was down, the Bitcoin miners did not behave well for the most part. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So you can see we were up the entire weekend from where we closed on Friday, but it was in a very, very tight range. It was from about 18,800 to about 19,200. So, $400 or $500 all weekend long. So very tight trading range, but again, a little bit to the upside. What I want to look at is a few of the indicators. Let's take a look at the 4-hour RSI, because this has reached a very interesting point. So if I zoom out, you can see all the way back to about August 30th and really all the way back to about August 24th. Bitcoin's been under 50 on the 4-hour RSI, just kind of right at neutrality. So over the next 24 hours, it's going to be important to see, can we break to the upside here and get a little bit of a rally? You guys know I've been looking for a rally since the Fed spoke, and it just has not happened yet at all. I'm still waiting for that, so we'll see. One of the things I will be looking for is, do we start going back up on the 4-hour RSI? Can we get this thing back up over 60 and start to take a run maybe towards overbought territory and get a little bit of that relief rally that I was looking for? So if we look at the 4-hour MACD, you'll see that in the morning, early this morning, we had a bullish crossover on the MACD. So that is a good sign. We've had 3 4-hour candles in the green since then. We have not built massive momentum though. You'll see these are small candles. They are trending in the right direction, but again, this is by no means a breakout. Still fairly ambiguous, but everything is tending a little bit towards the possibility of having a short-term relief rally. So again, what we would want to see for tomorrow is a continuation of this. We had our bullish crossover, and we want to start printing larger green candles on the histogram. So if we see that happening and the 4-hour RSI going up, those are going to be two of the three things I'm looking for to see if maybe we can possibly get a little relief rally going here. I think we're long overdue for it, but I'm getting close to 1 week into predicting this, and it has not come to fruition yet. So you'll see from start to finish, we were above where we closed on Friday. This bright yellow line was on September 21st. That was actually the lowest close we've had, including the summer. Back in June, we did flash crash down to about 17,500, so we got lower than this, but the daily candle closed more up towards 18,900. If we look at the daily RSI, you'll see we're bouncing around. We're not yet to neutral. We really need to get to over 50 to confirm a relief rally here in the short term. So that's the last piece of the puzzle I'll be looking for. The icing on the cake would be we are getting closer and closer to a bullish crossover on the daily time frame. So if we were to get that, to me, that would be the third and final thing we would need to see to confirm that we're maybe going to have a nice little relief rally here. So we have had some fake outs. So the fact that we are close to this does not mean anything. We need to confirm this. So we need to have a full day that prints a green candle on the histogram and a verification of a bullish crossover. So that's what I'm looking for from as far as Bitcoin is going. So what I've done here is compare the closing price today to the lows in June from the summer for each one of these Bitcoin miners. So this chart has a massive swing on it. There are definitely turning into the haves and the have-nots right now. The vast majority of this chart now is going red. More than half of the Bitcoin miners have now taken out their lows from June this summer, back when Bitcoin hit $17,500. This is a chart I'm going to keep a close eye on because to me, this is the biggest part of due diligence we can do right now is compare how these stocks are performing versus how the companies are performing. So we're just about a week away from getting September operational reports from each one of the Bitcoin miners. So I'll be taking a close look at this chart versus those operational updates. And where I see companies excelling, to me, those are going to be buying opportunities. Again, this is not financial advice. I can't tell you guys to buy those stocks. You have to do your own due diligence. I'm pointing out a strategy that I'm taking to try and find some potential bargains in here. Bitcoin's up 9% off of its lows from June, and that's really its 2-year low. So there's only a few miners that are doing better than that. So all the rest of the Bitcoin miners are underperforming Bitcoin, and that tends to be the case. So it's typical for the Bitcoin miners to underperform as Bitcoin is going down. However, those are buying opportunities because conversely, if Bitcoin can rally, even if it's just a relief rally, we should expect to see the Bitcoin miners outperform Bitcoin in that circumstance. So obviously that's not a guarantee. That's just typically what happens. But you can see right now, the vast majority of Bitcoin miners are under where Bitcoin is right here, which is 9% off of its lows from this summer. So I'll be looking in this group for opportunities, and I'll try and keep showing you guys this and updating this if it changes in any significant way, because to me, I'm finding this chart to be very useful. So you guys let me know in the comments if you like this chart and you think this is helpful and you want me to keep updating it. Okay, so that's all I got for Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners today. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and feel free to join the channel if you want to help support. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.